Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Begin and stand. Have a pleasant journey. Weapons restrictions lifted. scan. Scan bridges. Verifying ID. Quick welcome to Lake Knot City. Proceed to distribution center. Decontaminating. All clear. Keeping up. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay.
Thank you for your continued support.
Sam, sometimes other porters will return Bridges' vehicles to the garage. They're for everyone, so feel free to use them if you want.
Storing vehicle. Thank you for your contribution.
Hello.
Hey, it's easier if I just talk to you because typing is taking forever. But like, what do you mean by that question about where is this?
Oh, that part right there where you were at.
It's just like the second area of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be in the States, so
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah. It's just that it's supposed to be the United States after like something happened. Yeah.
Like an apocalyptic type deal.
Yeah, something like that. Are you still watching, or did you get
Yeah, I'm
like?
looking at it right now.
Okay. Fuck, I still need more ceramics.
So you pretty much can craft yourself like a suit and stuff, a better suit that you're wearing.
Yeah, well, the suit itself is always the same one, I think. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if they can give you a higher version of it, but you get like if you look at my suit right now, I'm wearing like these gold braces up and on my legs.
Mm-hmm.
Those I craft, and I almost forgot. I'm always wearing this, and I forgot to put it on. All right, so I need
So they're like better for you to walk around and run around and stuff.
the legs that I'm wearing. Yeah, they help me run
So they
faster.
look just like some bionic legs.
Yeah, it's they're called like joint enhancers, so they
Oh, that's dope.
enhance. Yeah. Like the only thing is that people keep saying it's like slow and that you keep doing like monotonous things, and that's all true. But like it it depends on, like, I see it more of like a puzzle game where like you have to try and figure out how you're gonna do things. Like I could probably do like a side mission to kind of show you what I mean, but like everything's about, oh, deliver this from this point to this point, and you kind of just have to figure out like, oh, which way you actually want to deliver things.
Mm-hmm.
But
So you can
and
like
then
make your own decision how you would like to get to that certain place.
yeah, and then on top of that, there's also the fact that like when you're running around, you'll spot something like this where it's like, oh, there's something on the floor, and you want to pick it up, but sometimes if you're carrying too much already, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so for me, it's like right now, these roads have to be built, and so I'm just focusing on building these roads for now because they are very helpful. So that's
Oh, what?
exactly.
Where? So you build your own roads?
Well, these roads right here that I've been driving on, they have to be
Mm-hmm.
built. They're not there, like.
Oh, you have to make your own paths and stuff?
Well, no, so it's kind of hard to explain because that part of it is a little bit weird. Like, as I've been playing, I've seen that there's these little spots where like somebody marked where a road could go, and
Mm-hmm.
so the road could go there, but it doesn't have the items needed to finish the road. So just what I've been doing is collecting the items, the materials that I need to make the road. So like right now, I think I've collected a bit of these ceramics that I need. So fuck, I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I knew that was gonna happen. And some took damage. So yeah, so the other thing is your packages take damage. So if
When
you,
you fall, it
yeah.
destroys it.
Ooh, and I need my batteries recharged. Let's see. Which way do I go? So it should be over here. Yeah, there it is. I don't think I have enough to get this road done, but we'll see. Yeah, no, I still need about, that looks like about 100 exactly. Um,
So how far are you into the game?
I'm only, so technically chapter 3,
Mm-hmm.
like it's divided into episodes or something like that. There's a prologue, then there's episode 1, 2, and however many there are, and I'm only at episode 3 right now, so.
Dang.
Shoot.
I think one person was saying something about how apparently 10 hours into the game, that's when it starts getting good.
I would say it's less than that, because a lot of people, on a lot of the reviews I said, it's like, oh, it's after chapter 3, it gets really good, and I'm like, ever since chapter 1, I've been having a good time, so maybe it's just because I'm different, and like I said, I've been seeing it.
Like telling like stories, you know.
Well, that's the thing.
So
I've been seeing it for what it is, where it's like you know, you can do certain things like a puzzle. So like right here, I put this ladder right here so I could get over this river, even though I really don't need to, because the river right here, it's yellow, which means I should be able to cross it okay. Over there it's red, but over by where it's yellow, I
Okay.
should be able to cross it fine, but you know, you may still get trouble. So I just put the
Mhm.
ladder on, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just put the ladder, and that's fine. And then, as you can see, if you look at the bottom left, my battery for my legs is like running out. It just ran out, but
Mhm.
I placed this generator here, so I can just recharge. So just recharge, and then I'm good to go. He's tired, so I gotta give him a chance. Like, you're supposed to rest and stuff, so like all of
What
that.
else was I saying? The bathroom thing. You have to use the bathroom a lot.
Not really. Like, you use the bathroom if you want. So it's just, you can use the bathroom, and if you do, wherever you use the bathroom, so like
Mhm.
wherever I pee, it'll make these little mushrooms show up, and then
Mhm.
like, hold on. I think he turns around if you try to move the camera towards him, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. But anyways, so yeah, so if you do that, once you're done, yeah, you see how I just popped that mushroom right here.
Mhm.
So now that mushroom is there, and people can like run around and hit the touchpad, and it's like a like button. So
Mhm.
anyways, that's just that. But
Oh.
the other thing is that when you go down to, so I'll just show you this real quick. So
Scanning
if you go down to the
bridges.
private rooms,
Verifying ID.
like, so these are like the different
All
like
weapons will be
safe
destroyed.
locations basically.
All clear.
And if you go
Mhm.
to them,
Contaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
just go straight to the room.
Your work is greatly appreciated.
So down here he'll go to sleep, and then after he wakes up, you could just kind of mess around in the private room a little bit. And
Mhm.
it's really weird. Like, there's product placement in this game, which when I first saw it, I was like, what the fuck? But then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, that's a smart way to go. So like, they don't need to put microtransactions in this game, because certain companies put their money on it already. So like, I'm gonna show you real quick what I mean.
Good
So
morning, Sam.
if I look over to the left over here, right? If you
Mhm.
go and examine the table, there's a bunch of Monster Energy cans. So it's like, oh, Monster Energy is a sponsor for this game. Like, you know, they product placement, and you could have them drink one.
Wow. Okay. That's dope.
And then, so,
I'm actually get manage that.
well, it's easy. It's like, hey, you give us money, we'll put your product in our game. That's all it is. And so then the other thing is, this one's even funnier, but I'll show it to you. When you tell him to use like the toilet to take a dump, he goes in, right?
Mhm.
It opens, like, it'll show the toilet coming out, and that toilet is branded by, I think, a real company. But then there's this right here where it says like ride with Norman Reedus on AMC. So it's an
Mhm.
advertisement to Norman Reedus' show on
Oh.
AMC. So
Oh man.
probably AMC also gave him some money to fucking put that ad there. So and then, like, it's funny because if you leave him alone for a second, like, he does weird things. Like, if you leave him like this, I think he'll point to like the shower, and he'll mouth that he wants to take a shower. Just weird things like that. Like, they thought about a lot of interesting things. It's not like the first time they've done it in games like this, but like, but it does take a minute. There it is, shower, and then he points to the shower. And so he does that. But then the other thing is, if you put it in this angle, he does like a weird like a wink. It's so weird. Watch, like, yeah, see, he just winks. It's weird. And then he has like these little figurines, and these are fun because like he points at them, and then when you're here, you get to see like the different. Oh shit, fuck. But you see like the different figurines that you collect throughout the game, and like they're everywhere. And then you can also just inspect BB, which is a little baby in the can.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he gets right up on the camera like that.
Yeah. So there's the baby, and yeah. But this is like down here. Um, I won't show you too much more down here because it's
Okay.
just
So pretty much he's like trying to save humanity with the baby.
something like that. Yeah, like I'm not gonna get into the story too much because it gets complicated. You might see a cutscene here. Sometimes when you're leaving the private house, you get okay. They didn't show one this time, so you're good. I got lucky. I didn't have to show you a spoiler. Like sometimes there's these memories that come from the baby, and you watch a little video from it. But if you look on the left, it says like a road you rebuilt was used by someone else. So like everything that I've been helping to rebuild on the roads, if someone else uses it, it notifies me. So
So pretty much everybody works together kind of to build
yeah, so
everything.
all these signs that you're seeing me like pass through when I'm walking up this thing, these are all signs put by other people. So and I could go up to them. So like this one right here, I can just look at it, and you see how the touchpad, it says if I hit the touchpad I can just hit a bunch of likes, and it gives me like a certain time frame to like it as much as I want. So I could do one, or I could do a bunch, and then bam.
What do the likes do? They're just likes.
So it's kind of experience actually. So like now that person is gonna get a notification that I like their sign, and it's gonna like so like you have experience sort of like. Where's my likes at? Where would I go for that? It's somewhere. I'm just right there on the bottom. If you see like the thumbs up on the right hand side on the bottom left, there's my health. There's my stamina. Then the baby's mental health. Then my footwear's condition. Then there's the weight that I'm carrying, the max weight I can carry, and then there's like a thumbs up and the thing that looks like a hand. Well, the thumbs up is at 31,000, so my experience right now is basically 31,000.
So what does the baby's mentality thing have to do with anything? Because he's in a little pod, so
So
how would that affect him or anything?
so not to give you any spoilers, but like the way it works is like the baby is what helps you see like the bad guys in this game. So like there's two types of bad guys. There's regular people, and then there's the BTs, which are like the spectral like monster things. Which don't ask me to go look at them right now. I'm not trying to deal with them right now. But long story short, when that happens, right here on his left shoulder, there's this little claw. That claw comes out, and it's attached. Like the claw comes out, and it's basically the baby's brain controlling the claw, and the claw starts to like clap, like do a little clapping thing. And as it claps, if it claps a lot, it means that there's like a BT like really close to you, and so that stresses the baby out, and so the baby will start to cry, and you kind of have to like either move
Try
away
to move
fast,
away.
yeah, move away fast, or take out the BT, or like different types of things like that. So it's really like micromanaging in that point, but yeah.
Pretty much real life taking care of a baby, pretty much.
Almost like you can even like when you fall, like if I were to trip, that'll affect the stress level too. So then you have to kind of hit R1 and hit down to like check on the baby, and you can like soothe him, so you can take him out, and then like you can rock him, or you can like look up close and rock him, and so yeah. So if he's happy, yeah, and then you can stop soothing the baby. And then another cool thing is, like, this is like nonsense here. Like, I'm just gonna show you some of the things that they put in here just for fun. But if I go into rest mode,
well, enjoy.
It'll let him just like sit and relax, right? And then if I hit up, I have this harmonica that I can wear, and now it's equipped. I can just go ahead and hit touchpad, and so that the baby likes that. So I'll get some experience from it.
Oh, that's cool.
And if I keep tapping it, he sings the whole. He harmonicas the whole song that he sings to the baby. But yeah, so that's it. And then like I can stand back up. And again, all this stuff is like, I understand why people are like, oh, this is boring, but it's like, yeah, it's well thought out. Like,
It's pretty cool.
yeah.
I mean, like, he obviously put in a lot of time, because that's a pretty big looking map.
Oh yeah, like, so the funny thing too is that like the map is supposed to represent the U.S. So if I zoom out, actually here I can't really show it off, but like this is supposed to be some point at the Midwest, and I'm supposed to be heading to the West Coast. But I think they divided it into 3 big maps. So like So there's a map all the way to the east, which is the East Coast, obviously. Then there's a map here in the middle, which is the Midwest, and then there's another map that's like the West Coast of the U.S., right? But the thing is that, like, you know, like it says that I ran from Lake Knott City, which I assume has to be like Lake Michigan somewhere, all the way
Hmm.
down to like this distribution center, right? But if you see it on the actual map, like if I hold on, let me see if I can find a way to bring up the whole map.
If that's the case, and he made like a whole entire thing based on like the United States, like a map that big, like
Well, that's the
that
thing.
would.
It's not that big. So like what it's trying to represent is like you have to think when he's moving a lot further than the game is actually moving him. So like what feels like just a few feet for you in the game was probably like miles and miles for him if it was a real life thing. Like that's just what
Mhm.
it's representation. It's not the actual size, but it's still a big fucking map. It's huge, but
Scanning bridges
like
ID. Verifying ID.
the easiest way to show you is to go to the map,
To
show
the
you what I've already connected,
All clear.
and then kind of from there just explain how it works. So
All clear. Welcome.
how
to
much
Sandport Bridges.
can't you get like a vehicle and like ride it through like the areas and stuff?
yeah, didn't you see me writing it earlier? I was writing it when I was on the road. That was
Yeah,
the
but
motorcycle.
is it like certain times you can use it or whatever?
Nah, you could technically use it anywhere, but it's got like it has some really bad collision stuff. So when it comes to that, shoot, hold on. Oh, here, look, their map's right here. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look up there, can I zoom up there? Yeah, I can. So how do I zoom in? Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. So if you look here, so I'm currently in this dot right. Oh shoot. This is hard to control. So I'm currently here, but I started over here by Washington D.C. supposedly. So each
Hmm.
dot, each little star dot represents like
Hmm.
where I've been, and it says I've been, you know, all the way almost past Michigan, and I'm like up here somewhere in like the Midwest. But the truth
Hmm.
is that this whole map area is just a tiny area, and you're moving by foot, and it looks like you're moving like a long way, but you're not moving like the amount of states. Like it's not the like that's what I'm trying to say. The map is big, but it's not like you're moving through like 7 or 8 states. You know, it's
Hmm.
just you're moving through like a map, and it's
Of what?
represented as if you're moving
Yeah.
a lot, but you're really not. But it's still a big map.
Damn. It's kind of giving you like kind of like in a way like the Walking Dead type deal, like because they're always constantly walking like through like a bunch of states. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at him just in there like clapping and stuff. But
He's probably got to pee again.
no, the baby doesn't pee, so.
I'm talking about him because it says 255, and that's how much fluid he's got in him, right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's. Let's see. I could probably do a standard order just to show you how it works. Do I have a time limit one? I don't have a time limit one. Fuck, the elder lives way up on that. You know what? Yeah, let me just show you this one taking something to the elder because he lives on a fucking mountain, and you'll get to see like how difficult it can be.
You know what? I might consider if I have enough money from a paycheck to get this game.
You know, it's not for everyone, but I think it's a good enough game. Like, it starts off slow. You're gonna have a hard time in the beginning, especially because, like, right now I can carry a lot more than I could before because of these legs that I'm wearing. But, like, in the beginning, like, you're slugging. You're, like, really slugging. So, like, Rose kept making fun of me because she's like, why are you putting so much stuff on his back? He's gonna die. I'm like, he can handle it.
He's a big boy.
So, like... So I gotta go past this mountain, as you can see. Like, if you look here, the point for me to go... Hold on. So the point for me to go is here. So it's up the mountains. I can go different ways. I can go around here, probably avoid the mountains, and then go up. But I'm just gonna go straight up, see what happens. This is probably gonna be really bad. And I want to get up there. There's a condition for me to get up there with as little damage on the equipment as possible. So
Welcome, Sandport Bridges.
And like I said, the weirdest part of this game, see right there, I have to kind of get my balance because I tripped over some rocks. I'm gonna climb here, so I need to kind of hold my balance and watch my stamina. Right now, my stamina is depleting really fast, and if I let it deplete too fast, I'll slip and fall. So gotta watch out here. Oh, now he's gotta pee. Oh, well, he was about to be put in. Hold on. So I do these little bursts of like the scanning, because the scanning is also good because it lets you know like what points are easily walkable and then what points are like somewhat easily walkable and then what points are going to give you like the worst. So if it's blue, you can walk pretty easily, but if it's red like that mountain right there, it's going to be harder to walk. So I just keep
make
going
you
up
run out of stamina faster.
you can trip and you can fall and take damage, and like even when you fall sometimes you drop the gear that you're carrying, so that's another thing to worry about. Shit. I hear rain, and that's not a good thing because I don't have my weapons to kill the BTs.
Is that when they come out, when it rains?
Yeah, it's called timefall because it's not actual rain. It's like... So all the water in this world has become like this gross stuff that has to do with like the Death Stranding stuff. So maybe he's about to drop another one. Okay. So I heard the thunder and lightning, but nothing's happening, so I guess I'll be okay. Hopefully I can make it to this person's house without any problems.
Oh, they have a house built all the way out there.
Yeah, it's like everyone lives in shelters, so you don't actually get to see anyone. That's another thing that people are complaining about. It's like you never see people, but it's because you know they live in shelters. The catch to that is that in this world, if a normal person gets hit by the rain or hit by a BT, so the rain, what it does is it makes time pass faster. So if you're a person and you get hit by the rain, you just age, you know, and like if enough water hits you, you become old and you're dead. But
Damn.
then if a BT grabs you, if a BT grabs a living person, what's supposed to happen is these things called void outs. You learn about this in the game, like it's a bit of a spoiler, but you learn about it as you go. And so these void outs can cause like big huge craters. It's like a nuclear explosion in the location of where the BT touched the person. So what happens is, okay, so you see these people right here, those people are other porters. They're not like actual online players. These are NPCs, right? And I can go up to them and I can share likes with them and I can just wave at them and say hi. And then see, they'll give me a thumbs up. And then sometimes if you just wait a second, they'll put their cargo out. Yeah, like this guy right here. And if I go there, we can actually like, I think, hold on, I forget how you do this. I'm supposed to be able, there it is. So I'm supposed to be able to grab it and I can now put it down and then just give them a bunch of likes once it shows up. Oh wait, it's not letting me. Anyway, so now this guy gave me a bola gun, so I can't give him likes, but they'll just keep walking. So they hook me up with something.
Oh, and they do that all the time?
Not all the time. Like if you're walking by, they might just walk by, but like you can say hi to them, and like you're supposed to be able to like. So if you just tap this, you'll hear somebody, like you'll hear him scream. And when you're like, let me see. Is there a sign around here? There's no signs around here, but if you're next to a sign and you yell out like this, you'll get an echo from another Sam, from another player. But the other thing you can do is, where is it? There's a way to emote. I forgot how to emote, but whatever. You're supposed to be able to emote, and when you emote, you like can wave high or something. But So yeah, so I'm making the delivery that he requested, putting it in, and then you put it into this basket thing.
Delivering cargo.
And then you'll see the old man in a hologram, but you'll never see the old man in
Thanks for
person.
dropping by again. It's always good to see you. Let's see how's the
Oh, because he's in the
package.
car. He's in the
He's inside of the
bunker.
shelter, yeah.
Wow, this is great.
Or at
Excellent
least
job.
it's assumed
Thank you.
that he's inside of the shelter.
So pretty much it's probably because he's doesn't want to get hit with the rain and die.
Yeah. So now I get a rating for my delivery. Hopefully it's an S rating. Yeah, there you go. I got an S rating, which means this guy, his stars will go up. Okay, I got a C for a drone having fucked up an order, but that's fine. Okay, so I'm about to level up. So now I just got the transporter title because I hit a new rank. So, and now I can do more contracts. So that's pretty good. Oh, I got 2 skills up. Okay, so I'm a skill transporter. Okay.
Until next time.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information. Weapons restrictions lifted.
So another thing is, I'm pretty sure that if I wanted to be a dick, those guys that just hooked me up, you could probably like knock them out and take whatever they're carrying, but you know, that's kind of like the fucked up way of playing.
I'm sure there's players that could do that.
So here they are again, and I forget how you friggin'. They both gave me something. So my powered legs are about to go out, which means I'm probably about to have a hard time moving again.
So you're gonna have to just use your actual leg power to move them.
Yeah. So that means I'm gonna be losing my balance and shit a lot. So. Yep, there it goes. So now to get down, I'm gonna try.
Can you make that drop?
Yeah, I should be able to make it. I have a rope, so I'm gonna rope my
Oh,
way
okay. I
down.
thought you were gonna like, jump down without.
No. That's why I was putting that climbing spike, so I can rope my way down. And now this rope is here for anybody to use, but I just have to wonder if it's gonna make it all the way. No, it doesn't look like it goes all the way down. Yeah, it makes it. It makes it to down here, which is good enough. Because now from here,
We're just putting this bike down.
huh? No, I don't need another spike. From here, I'm actually on regular ground, so that was just to get down the cliff. I need to find freaking ceramics. Shit. Oh, there we go. One of the bad guys is carrying ceramics. Okay, so now you get to see me fight the bad guys. So I have this gun called the Bola gun. Oh shit, I fired it by mistake, did I? Did I just fire that by mistake? I think I fired it by mistake. So there's a guy right here, and he's carrying ceramics. And he's a bad guy. I can tell he's a bad guy because he's in orange. There's a car coming too. It's on the other side. There's a car on the other side over there. So. Oh, there he is. He saw me. Got him, coach. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And knock you out just to make sure you stay down. Hey, kick him. Why isn't it letting me kick him? Oh, there it goes.
Why are those guys the bad guys?
Because they're called mules, and they're stuck. They try to take your stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
They're like marauders type people. So.
So those guys better come and attack you, yeah, in the truck.
Yeah. Well, their truck is stuck, but now they're gonna come over the bridge, which will make it fairly easy for me, I think. Oh shoot! I got shot. I got shot. I got shot.
Like, make it where it can't.
Fuck! Get up! Get up!
Ooh, you dropped your cargo.
Yeah, I know I dropped it. It's fine.
Ooh, you got shot.
Is there any more?
Does this help increase like your toughness?
Nah, so it's just for me to grab items. So like all this stuff that they're dropping, I'm gonna grab. There's a few more coming. Fuck, I missed.
What, can you steal that truck that they had?
No, not the truck, unfortunately.
Damn, that'd been cool.
It would be. I think you get a better transportation device like later on in the game, but so I have to knock them out to make sure they stay down, because if not, they'll get out of the bindings. And there's another guy.
Hold on. We'll be right back.
Marcus.
Hmm?
So I'm gonna show you this last bit where I hopefully repair this other road that I'm trying to that I've been trying to repair, and then if I get that done, then I'm just gonna stop streaming because I think you get an idea of like what the game's like. And, yeah. So like the other thing is like with your cargo, so there's two types of damage that your cargo can take. So the first type is like time fall damage. So when you're walking around the rainy areas, or when you're walking in like a lot of water like this, your cargo starts to like degrade on the outside, and so the stuff on the inside is still fine. But like if the stuff on the outside completely falls apart, then obviously like the stuff on the inside then starts to break. And then there's like fall damage, which just if you fall, your stuff inside just starts taking damage automatically. So here I am. So this thing right now that I'm doing here is gonna rebuild the road, and I'm just missing some ceramics. And so all I gotta do is get enough ceramics in, but unfortunately I think I'm gonna have to overshoot and add more ceramics than they need. But because I want to get the road done, I'm just gonna sacrifice some ceramics to get the road done. So now you're gonna see the road get finished up. And there it goes. So now I have another stretch of road completed.
So you got likes for fixing the road?
Yeah, I got likes for fixing the road. And so now I can run back this way, grab my bike, ride my bike the rest of the way until I get to the safe house.
Now, when you were saying about like building the road, I was thinking like you actually had to like physically do it like that. And it scans it into the. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, no, everything in this game is like quote unquote 3D printed. So like anything I build, it's like a 3D printed. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So with that though, this road is now done, and I can head to the next like segment of road. And I picked up some metals when I killed those bad guys over there. And I'm just gonna submit all that metal onto the next stretch of road.
So you just got to like save up metal in order to get the roads?
Yeah, metal, ceramics, and then something called chiral fragments or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But see, now it's going to be so much easier for me to get to this like depot right here, so because it's connected now.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Now I can park my bike here.
Is that the road coming up? That's the black pieces?
All clear.
Yeah.
Welcome. Weapons restrictions lifted.
So this one doesn't seem to be missing that much actually. Somebody's already been putting stuff in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit rebuild. Put in all the metal that I've collected. Oh, here I have some more metal here. And does it need? Yeah, it needs more of the chiral crystals that I was talking about. So I'm gonna put that in. And everything needed there. Okay, so I put in a bunch, so people are liking that I put in a bunch, but I didn't put enough for this to finish. But I should be able to find some more. But yeah, at this point I gotta get back to the like story stuff, because like metal and stuff, it doesn't show up like once you pick it up in an area, like it doesn't really respawn for a bit. So now I kind of just have to go and do story stuff.
All clear.
But with that, I think now you have an idea of what the game looks like and feels like. So
Yeah.
but yeah,
That
see,
looks pretty
that's the road lifting up, like because the road is made with the same stuff that the like BTs come from, so it's all very like weird and spiritual and shit. Like it's just weird. It's game related, so you'll understand it better if you're actually gonna get the game when you're playing it. You'll understand why it does this, but like let me show you something real weird about it. So like this is it going upwards, but you're not seeing the bottom part of it. The bottom part looks really weird. Let me see. This should show it here. So if you look under, you see how it like leaks that like looks like rocks, like a rock formation under it. Let me just
Yeah.
I'll just leave the mic here actually. So yeah, you can see it right here. This is a good angle. That's all the road.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a lot of road.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know if you decide to get the game, and then I'll be on Dead by Daylight probably later this week when the new week of challenges drops. Cause that's why I took a break, cause I finished the challenges and this came out. So.
Oh, okay, so you're just kind of waiting it out.
Yeah. Like I know if I continue playing, then I'll get more Rift levels, but
Right.
it's whatever. I'm doing good enough right now. I think I'm gonna need it more when we end up getting like the last week of challenges, because that last one, that level 4, it looks like it's gonna be impossible. Like I'm actually gonna be messaging people and being like, farm? Question mark?
Yes, I'm definitely gonna be farming you.
Alright, dude.
Yeah. Thanks for showing me, dude. Appreciate
No,
it.
of course, yeah. Like I understand that a lot of people are like, "Oh, I don't get it," and it's kind of hard to show the game without spoiling the story. So when you're doing monotonous things like this, like I know this is not exciting for everyone, but to me, it's like it's fun to connect everything and see how like
Build
it
it
connects
into
with
something
everyone.
bigger and explore
Yeah.
it more.
Yeah, and then like everything is like a puzzle because it's like, oh, I gotta take this delivery to this place. I could easily just go straight from point A to point B, but there could be a BT area, there could be a mule area, there could be like, you know, just terrain issues. So like once you have a bike, you're like, oh, I'm gonna take the bike everywhere, but like then you hit these areas where like there's a lot of rocks, so taking the bike doesn't make any sense because you're just gonna be like stopping every 10 seconds because the bike hit a rock, you know. So like
Right.
you have to find different ways to do it, and then if you're in an area that's already like uh, connected to like the internet where like you can see what other people put down,
hmm
then you could be like, oh, this person already put like a ladder here, I can just take the same ladder they took. Or you can go around behind it, and like for example in this crater right here, there's a crater right here, right? So I'm pretty sure that like, you know, people might take the easy way and just come in where it looks like there's like an actual pathway, right? But then like what
hmm
if somebody just wants to climb up this way? They can. They just got to put like the proper amount of ladders, or you know, like, or they have to come in the regular way and then put like ropes that hang down, and they're actually helping other people because, you know, it's like, what if somebody wanted to come this way but it was like, oh, it's a cliff, they can't actually come up, so they come this way, they do their mission, whatever they have to do in here, and then they come this way, they throw a rope down, and they're like, if anyone else decides they want to do the same thing, they'll have it easier, you know.
So this is pretty much where everybody's helping each other build to get to a
Yeah.
certain point.
Yeah, so that's where the assisting comes out. And like I don't know if you saw, I don't think you were watching when I started streaming, but like in certain safe houses, if people leave their bikes are communal. So if I leave my bike on the highway right now, if I get off of it and just go do whatever, somebody else could use it if they want to, you know? But
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
See, oh shoot, you gotta see this. So right now I'm in an area that just started raining. So here it's already raining. If I go further, I might get stuck in a BT area. But like, so the rain here, it's gonna do damage to everything, even the bike. And so like, I don't want to leave the bike here because if I leave the bike here, it's gonna take damage. So I'm just gonna hit my boost, ride my bike, and he's still wearing the hat, so that means I'm still in a rain area. So
Oh, so that's why he's wearing that hat.
yeah, so that the rain doesn't hit him. I think.
It's like, that makes me kind of want to see, like, if they put in the logic of if he hits hit with the rain, will it make him look actually older, or is he just gonna just be the same?
I'm not gonna say anything about that because I don't want to spoil anything. But
Oh, okay, so that's actually a thing in there. Okay.
yeah, there's an actual kind of thing about it. So Yeah, so I'm still stuck in the rain, so the hat is still on him. So, and you can see that it's raining because it hits the screen. You'll see like the screen gets like little drops, which means I'm
Yeah.
somewhere where it's still raining. And still raining. I don't think it's raining here anymore, but he's still wearing that. So. So yeah, here's the thing, right? So because I was in here, you can see, because I went through the rain, if you look at this over here, you can see how it got rusted. That's the time fall rusting it away. And now see, like, now he's not wearing anything because it stopped raining. So. But that's pretty much the game.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for showing me.
Yeah, of course, anytime. Let's see, how do I do this? Stop broadcasting. Yes, I will. I definitely will. Stop.